The Portland Harbor Superfund Site in Portland, Oregon is the result of more than a century of industrial use along the Willamette River. The Superfund study area is located between the Broadway Bridge and Sauvie Island. Sediments, or soil on the bottom of the river, and parts of the shoreline are contaminated with many hazardous substances, including heavy metals, polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, and pesticides. These compounds have been found to be harmful to people and the environment. Because of the contamination, some types of fish found in Portland Harbor, such as bass, carp, and catfish, currently pose a health risk to those who eat them. EPA has determined that risks posed by the Portland Harbor site are high enough to take action under the Superfund law. In 2000, EPA listed Portland Harbor as a Superfund site and began the process that would ultimately lead to a cleanup plan to reduce health and environmental risks. EPA anticipates having a proposed cleanup plan available in 2016, which will outline different combinations of technologies to reduce risk from contaminated sediment. There will be a series of public meetings to discuss the proposed plan, and the community will have an opportunity to review the plan and submit formal public comments. This series of 4 short presentations discusses technologies that have been used successfully at other sites with contaminated sediment. This presentation provides a brief overview of monitored natural recovery, one of several technologies evaluated in the Portland Harbor site's feasibility study. What is monitored natural recovery, or MNR? Monitored natural recovery allows naturally occurring processes to contain or destroy low-level contaminants, to make them less bioavailable and less toxic, or to disperse, scatter, or dilute them in river bottom sediment. Sediment is made up of soil and rock particles washed into a river by rain or snowmelt. Over time, new, cleaner sediment can wash into the river and bury existing contaminated sediment. This is a natural process for containing contamination. Natural bacteria in sediment can destroy some types of contaminants using contaminant molecules as an energy source. The natural flow of river water can eventually disperse or move contaminated sediment particles until a concentration of contaminants is no longer a threat to humans or the environment. MNR is used in combination with other technologies as a layered remedy. Monitoring is an important part of MNR to ensure that contaminant levels are decreasing with time and risk reduction goals will be met. A monitoring program may include periodically sampling fish tissue, sediment, surface water, and sediment pore water at various depths below the sediment surface. Pore water is the water between the grains of sediment and rocks at the bottom of the river. Advantages and limitations. MNR's advantages include its relatively low cost and the fact that it does not disturb the environment or significantly impact nearby communities, so normal activities in and around the river can continue. A major limitation of MNR is that contaminants are left in place, and there is a risk that changing conditions could cause potential future exposure. MNR is also a slow process. It can take many years to reach cleanup goals. MNR relies on institutional controls such as fish advisories and restrictions on land and water use and long-term monitoring to make sure risk is controlled. Additionally, MNR may not work in some locations. MNR may take 10, 20, 30, or more years to restore the environment by itself and should be combined with other cleanup technologies. During this time, fish, wildlife, and people may still be exposed to hazardous substances through the food chain. However, the water may be safe for recreation and impacts could be reduced by not eating fish from the river. Thank you for watching this video about monitored natural recovery. For more information, please visit EPA's Portland Harbor website. For other videos in this series, please click in the boxes above or use the links below.